Hello! I am a couple minutes early. I wanted to make sure that I could get connected and make sure everyone can hear me okay. Because I tried doing this from my computer and it was not working from my computer. So I have my computer up behind me so that I can see any comments and questions. Hi, Miss Jessica. So I'm going to give it just a minute or so and see if some more people hop on. And my Emily's on. Are you guys excited for end of month and end of incentive and all the things? I'm excited to finally sleep. Okay, I'm showing slow connection. Can you guys hear me and see me? Okay. Let's see. I'm super excited that Wendy asked me to share in a think tank a little bit of a funny story. So I'm not really sure where I want to start, but I guess I'll start with the funny story. So literally the day before Wendy messaged me saying, hey, would you be interested in doing a think tank training? I thought to myself, I think I'm going to do a think tank training. So for her to message me the very next day saying, hey, you want to come train? I'm like, yeah, please sign me up. I want to do this. So here I am doing a think tank training. My name is Sarah Ferrillo. I am a director in Midland, Michigan. I have been with Scentsy for 2.5 years. I am a shooting star and Sensational Start 3 earner. I am a 2-time annual sales excellence earner and a 3-time fall incentive trip earner. I'm like 500 points away from earning level 3. So hopefully we will lock that in as of tomorrow, and I can't wait. So hi, Kim. So tonight I am here to talk to you guys about customers and follow-up. Like customers, of course, like those are our bread and butter of our business. And a lot of people don't really know where to begin with follow-up. They think that that's kind of like a scary word. And especially a lot of people used to use Amy, and once that was gone, they don't really know what to do. I actually learned my follow-up system from Kim, and it's like made the biggest impact on my business. I'm going to start off with customers though. So when I first joined Scentsy, I didn't know a single person in my town. We had just moved to Michigan. It was still like shut down, super strict here during COVID. And I was like, how am I going to get out and meet people? So I decided to do events, and those are my absolute favorite. I do events multiple times a month. And that is how I not only meet new customers, but that's how I grow my team. I currently have personally enrolled 24 consultants. 11 of those 24 I met via events. Yeah. Half of my team came from events. And it's just super simple. If they're in there and purchasing and excited about Scentsy and they tell me they love the product, I kind of put that little bug in their ear. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? Have you ever thought about getting a discount on your own purchases? They don't even, in the beginning, sometimes people are like, I don't know if I can sell. I'm not a salesperson. But at Scentsy, we're not salespeople, are we? We share what we love, and we just go from there. Like, we are genuinely in love with the products, and we love our house to smell good. We love how it's a safer alternative to candles. And once people get in and see that we're not those creepy, pushy salespeople, then they really start, oh, hey, maybe I can do this. Speaking of pushy salespeople, the very first direct sales company I was with, I went to a training and they said, everybody pull out your phone, we're going to do a booking blitz. I said, what's a booking blitz? Because I was like 19 and had never done this before. They're like, oh, you're going to start with letter A and you're going to start calling everyone in your contact list and ask them to host a party. So you want me to do what now? You want me to call people on the phone? Call people that I haven't seen or spoken to since high school and say, hey, come support this little business of mine? I don't think so. It's tacky. We don't want to do it. And the people don't want to get those calls and messages either. So with this new follow-up system that, oh yes, Angela, I can't wait to meet you Saturday. With this new follow-up system, it's super simple. We add 25 new contacts. I really hope you guys can see me, because I have the video pulled up behind me and it's like going super like pixelated. Can you hear me at least? Even though you can't see me? Maybe? Let's try this. Maybe. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, cool. If you can hear me, we're good. The video, that's okay, as long as you guys can hear me. So every single day, I add 25 new people to my friends list, but I don't go and cold message them. I add 25 people to my friends list, and then on Messenger, there's the little green dot that lets you know when someone is on and active. You go to their page. Then you start commenting and reacting to their posts. Nothing Scentsy related. You figure out what's going on in their lives. Find out if they're vacationing, if they're having fun with their kids, if someone's getting married, if someone is graduating, if they're traveling. And then you start building those genuine relationships, because those genuine relationships are what we're all about anyways. And when you build those genuine relationships, you no longer become a salesperson to that person, you become a friend. And you want those friends in your life, and those friends support friends. They don't want to support some stranger that they've never met, especially someone that just like randomly added them one day online. They don't know you. And then if you're sharing Scentsy every day like you should, that reaction with those new people, it shows the algorithm, hey, these people like each other. These people are friends. We need to show more of their content in each other's feed. And when you share Scentsy every single day, they will start to associate your name and your face with the product. Then when you start to share, hey, I'm really close to this goal of going to Hawaii. If you need a refill on wax or light bulbs, let me know, I'm your girl. Then you start getting the orders rolling in. I've had orders from people that I've never even met before. I had a girl 2 days ago join my team that I've never met before. The person that was hosting a party I met at an event, so that's kind of how we connected, but her and I had never met. And you just build those connections and those relationships. We're a relationship building business. The next part to this follow-up is I go to your birthdays. Every single day, you want to private message people happy birthday. We all get hundreds of birthday messages, which is great. We love the attention. We love people shouting us out for our birthday. But do you remember who told you a happy birthday? Do you remember that... sorry, I got distracted with the comments. Do you remember how many people told you? I don't. I can't tell you 5 people that told me happy birthday last year. I would love to be able to name them all off, but I can't. I can tell you who sent me a card. I can tell you who sent me a private message, happy birthday. When you send them a private message, happy birthday, they're like, hey, this person took the time out to wish me a happy birthday. Then again, they start seeing you. Maybe it's a little reminder, oh, I meant to order that warmer for myself for my birthday, that friend's warmer that's about to retire. I was waiting for my birthday to order that warmer. Let me go ahead and go order it. I've received countless orders within days of wishing someone happy birthday. And of course, that's not necessarily my intention to get an order. Like, yes, that's great and fantastic, but you're building those relationships. You are giving them special attention and acknowledgement, and the orders just flow in from there. So it's all about that genuine connection with people. Oh, and then I do still do Happy Mail. My Happy Mail is for 3 months after their order. They get a scent of the month sample from me. I've started recently pre-filling out a bunch of envelopes with my return address label on them, because I got behind in Happy Mail because it was daunting to try and fill out 50 to 60 addresses all at one time. Like, it became so overwhelming, I didn't even want to do it. Now, with all of my envelopes pre-filled, every time I get an order, I can go and put that person's name and address on the envelope. And then it's set and ready to go. Once I get my scent of the month kit in, I can make my samples, stuff the envelopes, and send them out, and they're ready to go. So I'm doing a couple a day versus 50 a day, and that's a whole lot more manageable to do. Sorry. I've had a crazy cough since October, so I was like, I need a beverage. And yeah, I didn't necessarily mean this to be as short as it was. If anybody has any questions on either my events, ways to talk to people, ways to book events, because that's like where I find the majority of my customers is through my events. I didn't even really start partying until recently for the incentive, because the customers at my events was all I needed, and sending them happy mail and following up with their lives and wishing them happy birthdays was the easiest way to get orders. My best-selling event products, I sell a ton of buddies, and mini car fans. That's what I call them, mini fan diffusers for your car. I sell a ton of mini fan diffusers and pods, and then when they get hooked on the fan diffusers and pods, then you can transition them into the tabletop or wall fan diffusers, and then eventually transition them into the air purifier. So those are my best. For the time will be seen. Let's see. And then of course wax. My summertime event is my largest event, the county fair. I sold like 827 bars of wax in a week. It was insane. Crazy busy amount of wax. And I sold like 37 buddies in a week. So, why does it say Nan comments? I don't know what that means. But yeah. Okay. I'm so sorry. I was not expecting this to go so fast. Are they all on-hand products? So yes, 99% of my products that I sell are things that I have on hand. Every order that I get, I make sure that I attach it to a personal order, and I use those host rewards to build up orders for my events. Disney is really popular with my people. So I will buy the Disney items that come out full price, use the host rewards to get the wax and the pods and the mini fans either free or half off, and then turn around and sell all of it at the events. And there's a little bit of a lag, it looks like, from when you guys see me and when I see the comments. Yeah. Is there anybody else in here going to World Tour in Detroit? Because you'll get a little bit more of this from me, because I'll be presenting at World Tour. Okay, how do you obtain the information for follow-up? That is an excellent question. I used to print off sheets for people to handwrite all of their contact information on it, but then I would get home and I wouldn't be able to read their handwriting. So I was mailing things to people that was getting returned because it was the incorrect mailing address. I was calling and texting people to follow up on their orders that wasn't going through because it wasn't their correct phone number, or I couldn't tell if that was a 4 or a 9. And so now I created a QR code. I do use Project Broadcast. Project Broadcast is a texting service, and you can create a QR code that links to a configurable form. This is going to sound like Chinese to you if you don't use Project Broadcast. But in that form, they'll text a keyword. So the keyword is event. So that's also how I know where I know them from. And then that word produces a form for them to fill out. I get their name, their address, their email, their phone number, and then it has a couple questions. Have you used Scentsy before? Would you be interested in hosting? Would you be interested in joining or earning extra income? And then that way I can get them into my text system, into my contacts, and follow up with them. I also have them scan a QR code that links to my VIP group. That helps me be able to add them as a friend. And then once they're added as a friend, I can get them into that green light challenge, start commenting and interacting with them, getting to know them on a personal level, and build those relationships to generate those orders. Yeah, Linktree is another good one. You can use Jotform, you can use Google Forms, you can use Linktree. There's landing pages on Project Broadcast that you can use to get contact information, which is really cool. And I find events via the event tab on Facebook. The majority of my events come from there. Just be very careful. Always make sure that you message the event coordinator, because especially on Facebook, you'll get random people come in and say, oh, hey, I have a spot open. You can pay me here. There was one that tried to get me even recently. I messaged the event coordinator. They told me they already had a Scentsy person and that the spot was full. They tried to message me and say, hey, we have a spot open. It's $35. And I'm like, nice try. So always find out who the event coordinator is. You can also contact the venue that's listed to make sure that there's actually being an event being held that day, and make sure it's not a fake event online. And don't pay with Cash App. Do not, if the event coordinator wants you to pay with Cash App, stay away. I got scammed, not even necessarily scammed per se. I did a 4th of July event last year and it was falsely advertised. They said that they paid all this money for advertisement. They said it was in a prime location for the 4th of July fireworks. It was the furthest away from the people for 4th of July that you could get. And we saw like 2 people who just happened to randomly be riding their bikes and stop in. No one made a single sale at the entire event unless it was to a vendor, and the event coordinator refused to refund anyone their money. I hope the Scentsy app will, like I've heard really good things from people in the UK that have gone to World Tour already, that it's supposed to link up really well with all of our orders and order history and make follow-up super easy, which I think that will be good, especially for like bars that are retiring, and making sure to remind people to get those bars in club so that they can keep getting their favorites. Let's see if I have any. Oh, Cheryl's on. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Morgan. These are all my people. I love it. So, yeah. Those of you just jumping on, do you have any questions about follow-up or where you find new customers? And I'll kind of touch on, see if there's any new questions in here. Yeah, so getting friends, adding these people of friends to your Facebook is just the best way to build those connections. It is so hard to try. So say I meet 500 people at an event. It's kind of impossible to try and stay in constant contact, and think of how many text message I'd have to send to follow up for the 2-week and the 2-month and the 3-month. And this way, it just comes natural. You build those natural rapport, those natural friendships, and then the orders just come naturally after that. List of 100, that's a good one. List of 100 is a great way to get your contacts. You can, what's it called? It's like family, work, acquaintances, friends, kids, the Frank diet, that's what it is. Family, relatives, acquaintances, and kids, neighbors and kids, to figure out how to build that list of 100. Try and get like 10 people from each category and kind of branch out to see people. That's really good. Not even just in the beginning. I remember when I first started, it was really hard for me to come up with a list of 100 because I was in a new area. I'm like, I don't have any neighbors. My kids are homeschooled because of COVID. We can't really go out and meet people. My relatives already buy from me, and I have no acquaintances here. So, but redoing the Frank list and the list of 100, like every 6 months, you realize that you know way more people that you can add to your dream team list to build your team, people that you can add to potential hosts, potential joins. You can run reports to see who spent $200, $500, $1,000 with you in a year. You'd be surprised how many people have spent more than $200 in a year, and getting them to join your team to help get them a personal discount. You can, oh, the list of 100, cool. Yes, that'd be really good. But getting people to join your team that are constantly buying from you Sometimes people think that you are losing out on income because you're not getting that 20 to 25 to 30% income from them anymore, but it's so much more. Because to build up in the ranks and to hit those titles of director and star director and superstar director, you have to have all of those hobbyists in there, even if they're placing a $30 order once a month and a $200 order once a year to keep their account active. To be a superstar director, don't hate me if I get this number wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 80,000 GWV. Can you imagine how many people you would have to service by yourself to do 80,000 GWV? It's impossible. You can't do it. If you want to make real life-changing income, building a team is exactly where it's at. And I struggled with that at first. I was like, why do I want to recruit somebody that I'm making 25% off of to turn around and make 3%? I was like, does it make sense? But then once I like flipped my mindset and started to see the bigger picture, you realize like if you want to grow and you want to start making like full-time income, building a team is exactly where it's at. And you got to keep meeting new customers. And once you get that customer to join your team, then you just need to get another customer to replace that new teammate. And they're going to have people that they're going to meet and that they know that you don't know. And it just completely broadens everybody's circle. Perfect. Wendy just posted in the group the list of 100 for us. And yeah. And Amanda jumped on. Does anyone else have any questions? No. What did I just do? I'm trying to see my questions. Okay. Okay, well, if nobody has any questions, I appreciate you guys hopping on so much. This is my first live training that I've ever done. I like hopped in on a La Lima Hustlers group for about 5 minutes one day, but that was about it. Thank you again, Wendy, for having me. I had a really good time, and I would love, thank you, Amanda. I would love to do this again in the future. Thank you, guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in here. I will reply to the questions tonight, and I will see you guys at World Tour, and if not, I'll see you at SFR and maybe in Hawaii. Have a good night, everybody.